It's a me, I'm a back. Streamed at Delilah. Yeah, it was executed by the state. But I'll tell you what happened. So no matter what, my stream of course has to go down. But what happened was my brother, who's also using the internet, he his internet actually went down, which never happens because he's like the main person connected to the he's got the PC, he's connected to the main room internet connected by Wi. You know, this has never happened to him, right? And he calls me. I go over to him, and we have to restart the router for him this time. But of course, restarting the router means that my stream has to go down for a while. So, in a roundabout way, my stream went down without actually my stream going down. Really cool. We love that. There's no avenue the streaming gods won't go to take down my stream. Anyway, that's my story. Time to continue. They'll literally they'll go after my own brother to get to me. That's so sad, bro. Really novel way for it to happen. Looking forward to the next day. Yeah, the next way is gonna be even more fun, I'm sure. Oh, that reminds me, tomorrow I'm doing on my art stream. I'm wondering what I should do. I was gonna do my magical boys again because I haven't not posted any content for them in like a month or something. And that's basically because I haven't had time to draw stuff about them, so I think the magic boys are gonna come out tomorrow. I feel like that would be fun. Art Pog, hell yeah, brother. Alright, this trial is gonna go on for days, bro. Alright, here we go. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that we're here to learn the truth. We'll need you to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you see what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. I cannot stand this girl, bro. She was Iris, but now she's Delilah. Is that how the... In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. What is she? Is he saying she's like innocent or not? Let's see, I guess. I actually have no idea what she's about to say. I'm kind of scared. This girl is terrifying. All right. Well, the whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned to Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Oh, so that means you really are. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey? Yes, you have a problem with that? Don't give me that nonsense. There's no way. Okay, so it wasn't Maya trying to kill somebody. It was somebody trying to kill Maya. A little bit... Okay, I can't say it's a little bit different. People have tried to kidnap Maya before. Whatever. Let's continue. Watch yourself, Trey. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Mr. Godot is correct, and by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya. Could it be true? Yeah, I mean, they're all psychopaths, obviously. Maya Fey would first have to die. This this face. This face is so gross. Oh my, how can you make such a gross looking face? Her demons coming out. I see. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How would anyone do that? Aren't you also her daughter, though? Well, did you do it? Confess! Confess! You? You were going to kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would simply use her body and finish the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Grrr. Dang, bro. Flexing on us in the afterlife are true demon antics. So the plan was to blame the Paraman younger twin on Sister Iris of Hazakor Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. I would have never guessed she was going to return to Hazakor Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. I hate your guts, and I always will. Ooh boy, this girl is just crazy. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. I assumed a chair or some kind of or something like that, but she was just like a witch. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fey? Last year, when she transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan? Ha! Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fey the master of Curran? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, I've been working on this plan. A plan, Stupid plan. Wow. I told you she was a demon. She is a serial killer. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, Intelligenti, but she is a serial killer. You're talking about Pearl Fey, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris. That's correct. Unfortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at the old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? The daughter that the sister that she killed, by the way, that stepsister is dead because she killed her. She's just partaking in a bit of tomfoolery. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, the tomfoolery. The father that she stole from, the sister that she killed, and now the other sister that she's pinning a murder on. Okay, let's keep going. On top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. Oh, how horrible. The really horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Faye. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Faye heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams on that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. And she was about to use a small child to do another murder. So, you know, really a lot of funny ha-has Delilah has done for us. I'm laughing out loud on the inside. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Faye is dead. Now that title of master will pass on to Maya Faye is who? Maya Faye is not dead. Shut up. That's absurd. She's just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Don't you call me that. Don't you call me that. We're over. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people. Dang, he's freaking roasting him! Roasting him in Hellfire! I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Faye's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it. Being the kind and gentle soul that you are, you may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. Well, what did you say? So this woman, Delilah Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. Oh, God. A real girl boss. Yeah, really girl bossing up and down the aisle right now. Do you understand why I would kill Maya Faye now, what my goal was? I don't understand. I can't understand a twisted psychopath like you. Obviously it's because you were helping Morgan Faye. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. She wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Faye. That was the only way I could think of getting revenge. Oh, I know. Revenge, huh? Looks like I have no choice but to print that piece of evidence. Can't believe it. She went to kill Maya. Gotta keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. So for those of you uninformed, the first case we saw her in was when she had poisoned somebody, but she was trying to poison Phoenix, but accidentally poisoned somebody else, whoopsie daisy. And on that case, it was Mia Faye who was the defendant for Phoenix. She defended Phoenix in this case, and in the end, in the end, Mia won. And that means that she went to jail, of course. Yeah, no problem. So, where was I? So with that, knowing that Mia Faye is one that's in her jail, and Mia Faye is kind of like the piece of the puzzle in her like own past that like led to a lot of her suffering, she wanted, of course, to hurt Mia, to hurt the family, to hurt them in any way. So her Her whole thing could just be to like erase the Faye family in general. You know what I mean? And to hurt Mia, obviously she'd have to hurt the sister. To hurt Misty, she'd have to hurt the to hurt Maya. So yeah, she's just a vengeful freaking demonic spirit. 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, and Delilah chose to be salty about that case. Yeah, it was the first time she actually got caught for like the stuff she was doing. Right? Was that the first time, or was it the second time? Oh no, the case with Phoenix was like the second time. The first time was when she killed that big guy who broke out of jail or whatever. So I assume she's just been going on doing more stuff, but she obviously didn't learn from that first case. She poisoned somebody with the same exact way the next time she was caught. Yeah, I know what your goal was, you crazy psychopath. I don't know how to prove it, wait. I want to show a picture of Mia Faye, I think. Because Mia was involved in both the times that she was being tried. The very first time that she was caught and Mia was the defense, she got away because the defendant had died because of, you know, the poison she'd given him. So she actually got away on her very first thing scot-free because they couldn't finish the trial. The guy was freaking dead. At a very critical point, he just died right on the trial. It was very, that is honestly the catalyst of everything, because Mr. Godot was also there. Mr. Godot actually met Delilah before. So this case is actually pretty personal to him. I don't think he wants her to get away right now. I am actually not sure how he's feeling right now seeing this woman, because she's connected to like everything bad that's going on. The first, like, seemingly the most traumatizing case he's ever been on, with a rookie Mia by his side and stuff like that. There's a lot. This trial is a lot, but we're gonna show a picture of Mia. I'm gonna just show a picture of Mia. Hopefully that's what it is. Yeah. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Faye herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore, because I'm already dead. Well, I have the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead. You can't take revenge against them either. She wanted to take revenge against Mia, but there's no way she could have, yep. Because she's already gone. You wanted to take revenge on somebody? I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Faye. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible was perhaps because Mia Faye had already died. Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And now, how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Faye loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I would take my revenge against Mia Faye. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans. Demon time. She's going demon mode. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Faye. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Hopefully Pearl doesn't find out about this, the cycle will just continue. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Huh. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you there's not a thing you can do to me.
Grr.
That night.
Don't tell me you actually... No, she did not kill her. Come on now. I can't believe that.
At about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned up my hair and put on a demon warding hood.
How did that hood not electrify you or something?
Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakor Temple.
So it was Elise Zoxon who channeled her after all. Whoa, what? Why did she do that?
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. He left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern, and I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory?
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed? Who was stabbed? Who is being stabbed right now?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
No! No, that's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. Before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back.
Oh, you know what I think happened? I think Miss Elise, she's the most... Misty Faye, Maya's mom, I think, since she's the most powerful spirit medium, I think she must have gained consciousness and must have just stabbed herself or something, right? Seeing what was going on. That's what I think happened. No, but she was stabbing on the back. Did she stab her own back? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. Oh my god. Forget that.
I hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
Can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. Yeah, she is a demon. I don't know what to tell you.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It just stops. Stops? Well, what do you mean?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. The very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead, and I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible, but it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came to the training hall.
What? Who? Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only two people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls, yep. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy, for sure.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock, but I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out, so instead I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped, but just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
Iris. The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the secret cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the secret cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place.
Oh, Iris is back there! Iris is in there!
I'd finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed it was Pearl Fay.
Of course you would have assumed that. I'm understanding what's going on. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What? Were you not following along? We figured that out a million years ago, Judge.
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
No way! I didn't want it to be true, but did Maya kill her own mother? Like, this is the worst thing that can happen. No! No, Maya doesn't deserve this. She's just a little burger-eating, pesky little thief. She doesn't deserve this. She's just a rascal. Just a little baby babble. No! I can't listen to a word of this anymore. I can't do it. I hate it. Maya. This is the worst thing. After not seeing her mom for like 17 years, never seeing her. Maybe it's just Edge within a wig. This is no time for jokes, Intelligenti. No time for jokes. Maya. I haven't seen Maya in forever. What does she do? Maya can't be taking this well. I mean, what does Maya even think about right now? What is she doing? Where is she? I don't know. I still don't know. If she wasn't behind the trick locks all this time, then where is she? I'm so worried. What's happening? I don't know how she would feel if this is true and she actually stabbed somebody. And it was... I don't know how Maya would feel about that. She already blames herself for everything that happens. She couldn't take watching someone die. This is the worst case ever. Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You're just a demon. You're just a lying, filthy, stinky demon that wants to drag her name through the mud. Through the blood. Hello, what do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fay had disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she'd still in the secret cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River, where else?
Shut up, you horrible... Yeah. No. I want to believe there's at least one more twist to make her innocent. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Why, if they killed her long-lost mother, can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now? Feeny? Uh, uh... Maya? Maya? Is that you? Who's calling? That's definitely his phone. That's the doc's phone, isn't it? Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. There's another time. What kind of ringtone is that? Godot here. Okay, thanks. That was very brief, wasn't it? Was it something important? I just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Well, was it Maya Fey? It was the accused, Sister Iris. Oh no, no, shut up. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cave. No, it can't be. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No, 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 no! Yada! You horrible monster! What? How much more are you gonna take from me? No, 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 no. Maya's gonna run right through that door. I can't lose another Fae. I've lost all of them. I've lost all of them. Oh no, Maya's fine. Maya's fine. Maya's fine. Maya's fine. It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. No, no, no. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Toxin was also known as Misty Fae. Was her own daughter, Maya Fae. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fae jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. No, 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 no. I don't believe a word of that. Lila survived falling in the river, so she could still be alive. Exactly. We know of like at least 2 people that have survived that river: Phoenix and Delilah. So I mean, come on, it's not impossible. Maybe she. We just have to send out a search party, y'all. That's what's. You should have sent out a search party immediately. She's fine. Huh. Right. Have you ever heard of this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, there remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fae threw herself into the Eagle River. Maya can never die. Yes. No, it's not the truth. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge. That's right. That's where she jumped from. Please console me, Godot. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? What are you trying to say? Don't get your panties all twisted up, right? Just relax and think through the whole thing again. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. That's true. She can't jump into the river because there's only ground down there.
So what are you trying to say? I mean, I suppose they would have seen her body if she had jumped at this point. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. True. Okay, they would have seen her body if she had actually jumped it from anywhere. Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Faith threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence to refute this claim? Impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. Oh, what did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh, you're right. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we would be able to see her body in this photo. Exactly. She's perfectly fine. We just can't find her. Sorry if Iris is in the cave. Who is currently the host body for Delilah? That's what I'm saying. I think that Maya is standing right here. That's what I think. Maya is right there. It all makes sense. I don't know why Maya is channeling this woman. I don't know if it's a demon possession or whatever. Maybe she should have wore the warding hood. Huh, so you finally figured it out. Thank you. No. Order. You're just playing with me. Maya Faith's body is at the bottom of Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard of this one before? Let's eliminate the impossible. What remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago, yes. Maya Faith wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. What? What is this one possibility you're talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where's her dead body then? Dead body? She's not dead, you fool. I almost trusted the words of a demon. Never do that, except for me, of course. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead, but I think there is a way to give Delilah Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Would she be super mad to know that Maya is the one who channeled her? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Faith is in this very courtroom. There's like one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? Maya Faith's here? You say she's here in my courtroom? Where? I don't see her. Where is she? Never trust the words of a demon. Hey. I'm not a demon because I murdered somebody, though. You understand? It's different. Delilah Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said I misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Delilah Hawthorne? Why is that? That's obvious. It's Pearl Fay, that pathetic little sniveling runt. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. Yeah, she said she couldn't channel anybody, because the spirit was somewhere else. That's what she said. If someone else had the spirit she was trying to channel, she couldn't have it. Or she couldn't use it or channel it. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clear to you right about now, am I correct?
Ah,
It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone else who who called you before she could. My precious daughter, my baby girl, Maya Fey. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Missy Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already, I can't stand the tension. Delilah Hawthorne? The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey.
What?
But how could that be? Remember what this witness Delilah Hawthorne said about her goal. She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone who was trying to kill her... Ha. Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. There's only one reason. To protect herself from you.
To protect herself? From me?
Yeah. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. Oh, how did she do that? Maya's cool. How did she do that? The path back to Hazakura was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. The problem became, where would the safest place be to hide?
You mean that's why she channeled me?
All this time you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you.
No, don't say that. You're saying that I, Delilah Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp? Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who had never been out in the real world, she could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have given her such a brilliant idea?
Well... Mamma Mia! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby, it's Mamma Mia! Yeah! Woo! We love to see you, Mamma Mia. We love to see you. Oh my god.
Mia Fey!
It's been a long time, Delilah Hawthorne.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Are you best girl for real, bro? Best girl for real! So it's true. It was you. Yes. Ha. There's something else.
But what are you doing here?
That hair, that's Pearls, right? And tell me something, Delilah. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden, and then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness.
I was stabbed by Maya Fey.
Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did. What? Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. Oh my god, the big brain sisters, the big brain sisters.
She did that? I can't believe it.
Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear. And that was, I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was racing against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. What was it, Maya? What is Mia? Channel Delilah Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya with the lock there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? If she hadn't done it, Delilah Hawthorne would have channeled
would been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Faye. Pearls. Yes, Pearls didn't properly understand the plan. All she was trying to do was follow her mother Morgan's Faye's instructions. Sorry. If she had succeeded in channeling Delilah Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Delilah Hawthorne abused the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
How dare you? I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Delilah Hawthorne? The whole plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say?
Freaking roast her, Mia. Oh my god, roasted on a spit. Oh, I love her.
What do you mean another?
Think about it, Delilah. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago. Bro. The fake kidnapping, your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth. That was my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling pup of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. Yeah, she did fail, not killing me and all that. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny.
You wiped that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face!
And now this. You messed up again. You let Maya Faye escape, even though she was right there in front of you. Mia Faye!
Mia Faye! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Faye like I swore I would! And if only you had gotten that spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I would have been hanged to death. It's all your fault!
True. But I think you finally understand, Delilah Hawthorne. You will never defeat me.
What? What did you say?
Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all eternity. Dang, bro. Get him! I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, lives on forever. Well, that's very true, Delilah. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Delilah Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burned to a crisp.
Ooh, spicy! Ooh, you're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Demon, exorcise the demon. May the power of Christ compel you. The power of Christ. Oh my God. There she is.
I'm not ready to go.
Ooh. The burning flames of hell consume the soul of the demon. Banish thee. I say, smite thee. Let the Holy Spirit smite thee now. Oh. Oh my god.
Nick? Sis?
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is... Oh god, goodness gracious. Somehow I can still fix her. She has to hold an eternal L, a fate worse than death indeed. You can still fix her, huh? Well, go down there and get her, Intelligenti. Just go down there and get her. Tell me when you get back. I assume your real name, you're the real Iris.
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. That ghost thing was crazy, but, you know how it is sometimes. Mr. Godot, what happened to Delilah Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, looks like she went back to the hell she came from. Seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked, selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing, huh? It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Oh, I don't know. Old dog? New tricks? Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the clearing channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the new issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench, and all that time I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different, and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Oh wow, that was actually something wise. I never expected him to say something wise. I never thought of it that way. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Objection! Okay, what are you objecting to, sir? Can we end the game? You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Are you talking about Mommy Mia? I appreciate you coming back and all that. What are you talking about? Please explain to me.
That's right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Delilah's testimony?
I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern when I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
Well, yeah, we still don't know who killed who.
I think I was stabbed, that's right.
I think
I'm thinking she stabbed herself. Like, I think Misty Faye stabbed herself. Just as Delilah Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Delilah. At least Oxenden, no, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This is over. Oh, brother. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. Can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence. No way. We just talked to a literal demon, bro. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. Prosecution is ready to call our final witness. Huh? Who? Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. Mystery of who killed Misty Faye. Is it Maya? Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney. They're calling each other like they don't know each other. Very well then. Who was his final witness? Ha! Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case. Someone who saw the whole murder take place. The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean Maya? You can't. She can't testify what she's been through. What the heck? We need to find the truth. Prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand. Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Get it? Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Hey, Trite, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the very last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. That may be true. That may be true. End of sentence. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're gonna have to do this by yourself. That's enough. This court is now in recess. Whew. Whew. This is a lot. Without adding one more chapter to the case, let's go. I'm glad I start these streams early, I suppose.
I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, we had already switched places. I was talking to a demon. Banished now, but a demon nonetheless.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up in this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you, why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the safe cabin yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by a mother and never got any love from our father either.
Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini who was like a mother to me. If only Delilah had come with me to Hazakari Temple. I always loved her. Lila was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her.
Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago?
Yes, I wanted to be useful to her in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Delilah's stepsister Valerie ended up.
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. Our defendant freaking died, bro.
But things didn't end there, of course.
I don't know why I feel something's about to happen. But here we go.
Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
Some people? You must mean...
Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Faye and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando...
I'm sorry, this is new. After poisoning Mr. Armando, eh? Is that why he's died? I didn't realize I didn't realize Delilah. After poisoning Mr. Armando was getting too close to the truth, Delilah even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. Delilah really went for a victory royale. And she did. Oh my god. She Oh my god. That's insane. That's right. Oh my god. I told you she tried to kill more people than we realize. Iris, there's one more thing I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Oxenham, was it really you? Wasn't she stuck behind the gate? Oh, yes, it was me. That night after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone on my cellular device. Oh, there's a problem? Comes in your temple right away. I go to the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple, but the path to the inner temple was cut off. Yeah, exactly. We can't just leave the body here, so you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it? Why do they have to show us this horrible stunt? It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body, so she couldn't bleed too much. The staff that Miss Elise had always held. Didn't I say that it was you, but nobody believed in me or something? I knew it. The actual murder weapon was the staff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakor Temple on a snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in the robe that had stabbed her with the shish kebab. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, you're a real freak, you know that? Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it. I see. Okay, so why can't she say it? Oh, why can't she say it? I don't understand. Defendant! Yes? The judge is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Delilah Hawthorne. Alright. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you. Oh, okay. Something she wants to tell me? So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Mommy? Mama? Mia? There you are. How's Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case. I see. You don't mean she learned who Elise Oxen really was? Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? I am stronger than you think. I knew she could take it, all of it. What do you mean by that? I want you to figure that answer out for yourself. The trial's about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet? Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it is. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the inner temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident, which means the killer knew of Delilah's plan from the very beginning. And there's one more thing. The victim was moved to the Huskor temple side by a pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost the entire day. Exactly, so the culprit was someone that wasn't in Huskor temple the following day. That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win or lose. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Oh my gosh, Mommy, thank you so much, Ma. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And what was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me, all by myself. Is that gonna say could be continued, bro? I can't do this, bro. What is this? How long is this trial? I feel like I've been doing this trial for thousands of years. Chapter 75 of case 4. What case is this? Case 6? No, what case is this? Oh, case 5. Episode 5 right there. Oh boy. I want to. Okay, I thought it had been Elise herself who'd killed her, but apparently that couldn't have. That doesn't make any sense because Elise was stabbed from the back, right? She could have stabbed herself from the back. I mean, she could have, but she definitely didn't. So Mia said that it was someone who was not at. Who was not there. Who was not at Hazakura Temple, the main temple afterwards. I can't think of a culprit either. Let's take a look at our suspects, huh? It cannot have been Maya. She literally no. None of these people. There's no way that Pearl would have stabbed her. I think that's just quite a stretch, especially since the worst thing she's ever done is spill gravy on a scroll. Not the dot, not that guy. Bikini. I mean, no. Bikini was at Hazakura Temple. Dead. You were at Hazakura Temple. Not you. The only person I can think of is Morgan Faye. But I'd have to, there's no way she was there. She's in prison. Looking at this lineup, who the question is, there always has to be a reason. There always has to be some reason that this person had against Misty Faye, or at least herself. It could have been Iris. But the Iris is our defendant, so we're not gonna can't do that. The only person it could be is Iris, which is the problem, right? We have to prove that it was not Iris. Okay, let's just continue. Let's see what happens. Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we have performed earlier. Test? Yes, test. Oh yeah. This is gonna be big. This is big. Yes, test on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about it. Well, that's the weapon that Maya Faye used when she fought the victim. We already established that didn't happen. Was it the victim's blood, or due to time couldn't trace it? Full test wasn't possible, however. There's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on the dagger was not the victim's blood. Whose blood was it? That is all. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh no! No! Come on, tell me ding thing. What's even the point of this? Can we start the trial tomorrow? Can we come back tomorrow, y'all? Can we reconvene, please? If it wasn't Missy's blood on her dang on dagger, I guess it was Maya's. Because no one else had a cut. I'm sure both the defense and prosecution know this, but the trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I only have the evidence I've always had. I understand, Your Honor. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. Let's finish this quickly.
Agreed.
Very well, please bring in the last witness. Is Maya okay? Okay, she got her hair back in her little knot. She's fine. Did anybody give her a burgie? Did anybody give her a recovery burgie, please? Please, my baby needs a recovery burgie. It's important. Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Fey, my profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Writing Co-Law offices.
Maya. According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the current channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fey clan, I don't want any more to do with it. No.
Maya, the pain the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Miss Fey. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment Miss Elise Toxinum's murder. Of Elise Toxinum's murder, is that correct?
I didn't see any.
Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But I...
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. There's something you can do. We can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, alright? You've seen the witnesses come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm so sad. She doesn't need a burger, she needs therapy. What do you know? What do you know about us food devoted folk? What if she just needs a burgie, huh? Insane. What if the therapist decides that she just needs a burgie? Would you would you understand then? Huh. You just don't get it. Go on. Go on, my dear Maya. Tell us what happened. Ignore Intelligent D. Doesn't know what he's talking about.
I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and I ended up against a stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
Oh, something warm. Oh no, oh goodness. So you were struck on the head. Suppose it must have been the staff. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Delilah Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Ha. Can't say it wasn't an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. Seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Maya, hang in there. Doesn't look well at all. Oh, my baby, my poor baby. How am I gonna yell objection on my poor daughter, my poor child? I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I don't like how she phrases that. Let's start from the very beginning. else was on the near temple side that night? Okay.
Well, Sister Bikini, of course. Where I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well.
The day of the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini at House Court Temple. I mean, she couldn't be the criminal. So then, did Iris actually come later, like she said?
Well, let me think.
She seems confused. She's probably because she's so tired. Oh, my poor baby.
No, I'm sure I didn't see her. She must have come while I was preparing for the training.
I'll press everything instead of trying to object to everything she's saying. Who did it? Who hit you? Who hit you, Maya?
Well, I didn't see who it was. It was hit from behind.
And you didn't see the person. But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was?
Oh, let me think for a sec. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Maya is really having a hard time. What should I do? I'll leave it. Studying the conditions of the crime scene, it's not surprising she didn't see her attacker. Ha! Looks like even you got some compassion. Judging by testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeling Elise Oxenham, Delilah Hawthorne. Very well, please continue with your testimony. Had to clip this. Clip what? What happened after you were struck on the head? I guess I'll see later what it was. I stumbled and ended up against a stone lantern, okay. What happened afterwards? My daughter, my pure child. My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape, I think. You think? After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There were only two things rolling around in my mind at that time. Well now, it's beginning to get interesting. So what are the two things rolling around in your mind?
My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2. You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was gonna lose my memory. I know it's odd considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was.
I thought she was gonna say she wanted a birdie. Not at all. Your actions are understandable given the circumstances. She did some quick maths to confirm she was still alive. So what did you do then?
I think I screamed, "Help me!"
Oh, nobody heard you? Come on now. You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, woman, adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, dear, I'm certain I would have swallowed my robes.
I thought this person might attack me, so anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that was my last hope.
Oh, it sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What should I do? Did I press her for more details? Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
Well, what? Well, what do you mean by your last hope?
No, that's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you're facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me."
Yeah?
Can you testify that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope?
Oh, well, that's like what you do that's what you call it when that happens.
Why is not doing so well up there?
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. Oh, forgot about that. That's how I was screaming for help. Ah!
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Huh? The person who stabbed Delilah in the back. Oh my god, we're getting it. We're getting it. My stupid little Maya is saying it. Witness, are you absolutely sure about what you're saying behind the attacker? There was another person?
I meant to keep that part a secret. Oh, what have I done?
Ha! It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
A ton of pressure?
You're in court of law here. Can't make things up and try to hide in this chamber. Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
Maya, are you trying to lie? A man?
Oh, it's getting interesting. A man, you say? That changes everything. There has only been girlies all around this place.
I could see a man behind my attacker, by the light of the stone lantern.
Okay, everybody. Gumshoe culprit theory? No. He was on the other side. He wasn't him. Okay, let's look at the guys. There's only a few guys here. Miles Edgeworth was absolutely not there. He left. Well, he just wasn't there in the first place. That was like before everything happened. That was not him. And then there's Larry, which definitely wasn't Larry. Let's just forget about Larry. Then we have Dick Gumshoe, who wasn't there. The only thing we have left is Godot, but I don't think he was there either. If Larry's a killer, I will cry. If freaking Loris is the killer, I am actually going to shut off the game. I can't. Oh man, who was this man?
Well, you see, I couldn't see.
You couldn't see. She used this excuse twice now.
Well, you know, lantern light isn't very bright.
Lantern light, did you say?
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden. Oh wait, is she lying about that?
It wasn't lit.
They always light it when the acolyte is there for training.
You could see, you little idiot.
Hey, you know what they say, under the lantern darkness reigns. So I could see the person that was further away, but not my attacker who was closer. Plus there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time.
She's lying. It was not lit the night of the crime. If Godot's the killer, yeah, any of these guys, if any of them was the killer, that's just... It's insane, actually. It's just... Godot... That would be the most crazy. Loris would be... interesting. But, like, he was sleeping. Or something, I don't know, he was doing something. You're a bad liar, Maya. So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah?
That man, he's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Miss Elise Oxenham, otherwise known as Missy Faye, your mother.
The killer?
Maya, you know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Huh? What do you mean? What's the problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, the stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No!
Order, order! Mr. Godot, explain this! You over there, Mr. Godot, explain! I don't know, somebody... Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. That's the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait. Cafe au lait, is that even legal? Putting milk in coffee, is that legal? Is that what he just asked? Mr. Trite's words are the milk, and you're the spoon, Your Honor. I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know. You must have noticed it too, Trite. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it. What'd you say? If there was truly no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. Nick. May I? Hold the witness's statement about her attacker. She said she didn't know it was a man or a woman or an adult or a child. And yet, the witness couldn't describe a person that was standing behind her attacker, and she quite clearly described him as a man. So was the light actually on? In other words, that would have mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. Despite it being so dark, she could see the face of her own attacker. No! Why are you trying to hide it, Maya? Oh, Maya Mia. Order! What in the world does this mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under the pitch black conditions? Right, do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There's no other light source at this scene. There are some things that you only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark, and now you're trying to cover for him. Oh, who is it then? It's not Godot. He would never do something like that. I don't think so. It's not Gumshoe. Why would he stab somebody? He would just yell like, he just yell, police! Police here! You know what I mean? Larice is too stupid. And it could have been Edgeworth, but Edgeworth couldn't. What? Edgeworth wasn't there. That doesn't make any sense. You cover for the man that killed her mother? There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know this man. Who do you know this man, Maya?
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
Ha! You talk good game, try. Let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please stop.
Maya is dead set on protecting this guy, the man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. Yeah, forget Maya. Alright, Mr. Right, time to show us what you've got. Who's the person you'd... What?
What?
I hate this. Yo, I've been sitting here, like, seeing if the evidence would help me out in finding who this guy is. And they're just like, who is it? Who is it? I don't, you do know? I'm assuming you know. There's only like a few guys in here. Wasn't the dot. Why would Maya protect Godot? He just barely knows this guy. There's nobody in our roster, there's no dude in our roster that's like dead. That we can like pin it on, you know what I mean? All these people are alive. The only person I can think of is Edgeworth, because Larice, really? You know what I mean? Really? And it wasn't Gumshoe. The only person, look, listen. The only people that were there last night was Larice. But he could not have done it. When he got to the crime scene, like he never did get to the crime scene. Remember, he was drawing that stupid picture, so it was not him. And Gumshoe was not there until the next day. I have no idea where Mr. Godot was, personally, but I know Edgeworth wasn't there. Edgeworth was Edgeworth was literally out of the country, you understand? Edgeworth was out of the country. He literally couldn't have done it. He was out of the country and came back specifically after the scene happened. Didn't you mention Godot is dead? Not sure about it. Oh, you're so right. Oh my god, Godot is dead, isn't he? Oh. Godot being channeled right now by somebody? You think? No. He's an animatronic. Maybe it's... Oh, wow. Okay. I think it is Godot then. Seeing as it could have not been anybody else, I'm gonna pick Godot because, yeah. He did die, didn't he, at one point in his life? Okay. This is crazy. This is insane! Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. Is it because of his eyes? His eye man thing introduced? I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible. Alright, wait a second. I think what he's saying is that Godot's eyes were lighting up. So that means Godot was physically there? Question mark? Because they're about to show that his eyes... I think they're about to show that his eyes will light up in the darkness. What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? It's easy. Just need to recreate the conditions of that night. Conditions? Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in the courtroom be turned off. Well, this is... but it can't be. Ha. Oh my god, Godot, you son of a gun. That was a nice bit of deduction. Trite. Wow. You son of a gun. Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. And she felt something hot pour over her. It must have been his coffee. Order! Prosecutor Godot was the meaning of this. Ha! I guess I was there. Who knows? Ha! Who drinks 10 cups of coffee? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Ha! Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. Well, what do you mean by that? If you got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lights? Well, witness, answer the question.
Yeah, you're wrong. I never saw that.
Maya?
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man for a totally different reason.
What? Come on. Witness, Mr. Stop your chattering, Your Honor. Chattering? If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Oh, right. I guess I'll comply. This is why you don't add the RGB add-ons. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Yes, Your Honor, I didn't realize it was. It did until I woke up, but,
man, she is just too nice. She's trying to defend this man. I mean, I don't know what their relationship is, I really don't.
When I came to, I was just lying there on the trading hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, and the body was gone. And all of the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man.
Come on, you don't really believe that. So, after the crime took place, the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. It was sexism, Your Honor.
No need to apologize. It was Mr. Godot said you're utterly exhausted. I mean, natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. So that's Mr. Wright proceed with your cross-examination. Come on, come on. That's silly. My body was gone. How do you know the person did it at all? That's so silly. Don't be silly. What about the, you know, blood? I think I'm going to nail him on the fact that he could not see the blood and therefore could not clean it up. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can't find a way to say that though. You're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd. The snow removed was in a naturally looking rectangle shape around the lantern. Did he clean all of it up because he knew he couldn't see the color? There were lots of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy, way too heavy for me to use. An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away? Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victims' blood sprayed onto the snow? Yeah. The area I collapsed in ended up being splattered. In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. The killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it. There was no need to remove that amount. That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood. Looks like there's some mysteries behind this issue. But I think this will help explain them. Bruh. Bruh, so you're saying that you never saw the killer, right? Yes. Earlier you very clearly stated that you saw a man behind your attacker. Nick, I'm sorry. Killer certainly went through a lot of trouble. The body by pendulum manipulating the crime scene, but for what purpose? Why do all that? Maybe Maya knows more than she's letting on. Where can I do this? I somehow need to prove that Godot couldn't see like that stain. But I need her to say something. So you lost consciousness when you were in the garden, is that right? Okay, I am back. The internet just randomly cut out for like a second, but somehow that also cut out the microphone. Really cool, really fun. I love that. I love when that happens. But it's fine. I fixed it without having to end the stream. No ending the stream today. It's all fine. Daijoubu desu. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, I don't know what we're talking about. Yes, I think it happened when the victim was stabbed. So then the person that carried you into the inner temple only been the killer. That's what I think too. The killer carried Maya into the inner temple. It really was Godot, but like... Ugh. Okay, maybe I need to put it here. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right? Yes, I think so. But why did the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must be something they desperately wanted to hide. I don't know. But she doesn't have enough confidence. I need to gather some more information before I ask her again. I need to keep asking? What do you mean? Bridges were lit. Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed. Let's say that it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? The killer probably lit them, so it'd just be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, that's true. There's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? It's true, it's hard to see how that would be of an advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was the inner temple, Maya. Very well, let me hear some more. Okay, so what I'm seeing Delilah probably triggered the hell out of Godot, since that case really messed him up. And also, I'm pretty sure that they said Delilah poisoned him, so he thought he was carrying out revenge on Delilah, right? Is that what... I think that's what happened. Delilah had killed him in the first place. Delilah was there that night. So that's why he did it. I'm going to show the picture of the lantern. The place had totally changed, except for... Oh, God dang it. I am not taking that. Are you kidding me? What am I meant to do? Yeah, Godot definitely has a motive, so I figured it out, but like I just need to figure out this dang testimony of yours, Maya. Okay, if I'm not meant to present this, it's definitely not this. There's no picture of the courtyard, is there? I mean, probably not. The only thing that wasn't cleaned up... Is she strong enough to answer my question now? I pressed everything. Okay, here we go. That's what I thought. The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something. You did? Yes, I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me. For my sake. What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. My sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden.
She may have thought that you had done it. No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
They did it for your sake?
Well, if the body and the blood hadn't been removed, I would have really been the prime suspect, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah, if that happened, the body would have caused some other problems too. If her real identity had come out right then, it would have been terrible. A Master of Kirin village by Master Kirin killed by own daughter. I don't think Maya would have been able to handle it. But still, it's rather difficult to fathom the killer's motives. Who is there to go through that much trouble to protect you?
I'm a good girl. What do you mean?
Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to put it. This is where I'm supposed to put it. Awesome. Yeah, baby. The body of Elise Stockson was carried all the way to the Hakazura Temple's courtyard. And at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done to attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd. Oh? What will that be? You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. The message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very clearly on the white stone pattern, the podium, whatever. Maya. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern? Oh, there you're right. Order, order, order. But Mr. Wright, isn't it the fact that the killer is trying to cover up the crime scene? Indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow, then not walk by. I can't speak. Then not walk. What? Can we try that again? Then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing. But if that's the case, do you have any explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would the killer move the body and remove all that snow, then leave the bloody writing on the lantern? What is it, Troy? Tell us. I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. Must be a reason for it. Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Oh, come on, man. Why did the killer leave the message written in the blood? The killer wrote it. The killer just didn't notice it. Unfortunate. Prosecutor Godot, early in this trial you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, what remains must be the truth. Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought. The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that the crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left that bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must be that they didn't notice it. But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person could miss something like as glaring as that. Like, a completely normal individual would never have not noticed that. Some kind of idiot must have not noticed that if that were the case. Are you saying that this person was an idiot? If Phoenix right, because that's impossible. You're right, there's no way any normal person would... What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. And who would that be? Who's the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing? It was my best friend, Mr. Godot. Mr. Godot. This is what you said yesterday. Yeah, my eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles, I can't see anything. Yeah, he opened up to us, and now we're gonna use that against him. You can't see everything. Is that correct, Mr. Godot? This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I'd like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented. Yeah, this lantern has something written on it, and it's written something written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern is clean as a whistle. Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see. Correct? It's funny because his eye things are red, but he can't see red. That's kind of hilarious. You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before. During the poisoning case at Très Bien. I didn't notice it before. Oh yeah! For some reason, we didn't notice that there was blood on this. I can't believe it. All the way back, they set this up. He opened up me, someone used it against him. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, he didn't notice the like blood right on it. Why have you not explained the bloodstain? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? I thought he was just acting cool. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. I thought it was just I don't know what. I just thought it was like a part of his act or whatever is happening with him. That is a lot of foreshadowing. You blink and you'll miss it. Foreshadowing. You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red. Ha! It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one who can't see them? So then, Mr. Godot, are you admitting it? Admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern? So what if I can't? Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. What are you? That's so stupid. I wasn't sure about it up until now, but I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Yeah, the truth is crazy though, my god. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Oxenham, also known as Miss Misty Fey. Hard to believe this may be true, however. Once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you. Ha! Just make sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on. How does little graffiti make me into the killer? He's denying it, huh? Oh, really? Wow. Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there. How'd you know that? I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. This is rich. Go on, Shrite. The answer is right there at the crime scene. And the snow. Yeah, the snow. He just pulled all of it up instead of taking a little bit. The snow. How so? For example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take just that area? Yes, why didn't he just take that area? Oh, could it be? Yes, the killer couldn't see red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area. Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark? No way, not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. And you explained this, Mr. Godot. Maya? Wait, just a minute. Maya, what is it with this? Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after that old bridge got fixed up. Maya. You can't testify to something like that.
Oh, why? What do you mean? It's not like I...
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist. She didn't? I'm afraid I don't follow. Are you senile, old man? We established this just a while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Yeah, he's right. Because she was channeling Delilah Hawthorne. Oh, that's right.
But please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
Maya, you plan to cover for Godot no matter the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. I'll say that. I know what you're about to do, Phoenix, you wild card. Your Honor? Let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her. Ha! Nicely done, Trite. Very well. Let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the Inner Temple after the murder.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there, in a temple too.
Oh, yeah, she was there. Oh, brother.
Pearly was also stuck in the inner temple on that side. The next morning, she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up. He's such a great guy, he would never do a murder. Not once.
Who is this Pearly?
That's my little cousin, Pearly Faye.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago, when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry, but you heard it from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
What? Come on! Pearly would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
That's true. Real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath. Ha! And the prosecution has no objection. You believe the witness. Mr. Godot. Let's just move on to the cross-examination. Their defense has no objections. This is highly unusual, but, well, Mr. Wright. Let's get this cross-examination started. Well, we'll have to do this. We'll have to take the truth right out of her mouth. Yoink it like a burger. Wait, no. I don't know. Yoink it like she yoinks things from shelves. Okay. The next morning, she looked around, couldn't find anyone. Okay. He cheered her right up.
That's what Pearly said. She said he was a very nice, older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Ha! Cut it out. You make me blush. This guy's really gonna get on my nerves in more ways than one. The truth is that there aren't that many places to look on the inner temple side. Policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth combs. I decided to carry out an investigation my own way. Godot style. I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style. Are they about to rap or something? Maybe I should ask some questions Phoenix style. Yeah. Okay. So you cheered Pearls up when I found that little girl. The first thing she asked was about her cousin Maya Faye.
Really?
The bridge had burned down and she was huddled up in that tiny shack with no heat. Even though she must have had a truly terrifying night out there. She asked about you before she said anything about herself.
Pearly?
I noticed that you weren't anywhere on the inner temple side, but couldn't find any way to tell her that. So I gave her my last cup. You gave a chopped coffee with milk and sugar to hide the bitterness of the harsh truth. I guess you can give kids coffee a little bit. What a sweet story. He had a thermos of coffee? Why doesn't that surprise me? But one thing of any importance here, was Godot when the murder was taking place? Must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Loxenham. Maybe he- okay, I'm gonna ask about the investigation. If he has any information that he might, like, slip out that he could not have known unless he was there, perhaps? It was a cute story, though. You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? Looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Troy. After all, I didn't miss the bloody writing on the lantern. Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles. The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Beauty? Misty Faye, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste. Okay. Western taste? Could he find a stranger way of describing gravy? Okay. So, from where you headed? From there you headed to the prep room. Wait a sec. What did the doc say just now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. Only one thing of any importance here. Yeah. So, okay. This stupid timing of this stupid thing. Hold on. When was this covered in gravy again? I don't remember. Okay, I think we've got this. Since it was covered in gravy, and he said that he wasn't there before, he should not have known that it was Misty Faye's picture that was there, right? That's what I'm assuming. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna assume that that's what it is. He should not have known that was Misty Faye. That was on that scroll, I think. Ah, shoot. I don't know where to put it! I don't know where to put it at all. Oh shoot, I forgot to press. Maybe if I press it again, he'll axe again, something. I don't know. Okay. It was Godot's investigation, right? Uh-huh. The beauty in the training hall. Beauty, Misty Faye, clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded the hue of aroma. What? Wait, what? Why can't I present anything? Ay ay ay. I don't know. Well, it wasn't added to the testimony, nothing. Like what do you like I didn't get anything from that. For the first time? Okay. Here. I think I have to do it here. Yes, got it. Mr. Godot, the first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place. We got him. What did you say? Because he just made one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the training hall. Hanging scroll? But Mr. Godot is right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother. Maya, I know you know who it is, but there's something you didn't know. By the time that bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. This is wonderfully delicious smell. It can't smell wonderfully delicious now, can it? The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy. Gravy? But why gravy, Nick? Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, You wouldn't have any way of knowing it was Misty Faye.
Wait a minute, Nick.
Yeah?
Just take another look at that hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
Oh, that's the mark of the master, correct? I knew this was gonna. I knew it. They were gonna be like, the crest is still there, so obviously he knew.
Exactly, so if you know the meaning of the mark,
then you could guess that the picture was of Misty Faye there.
True, Mr. Godot described.
Yeah, he described what she was wearing, though. She described what was underneath like this, clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste.
Oh.
Talk too much, Godot. Yes, it was possible that he knew what the crest meant, however, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot and they of the murder were hiding at the inner temple before the crime took place. That's crazy! Where were you hiding, bro? I was there! Where was this big man hiding? I was there! And actually just, can actually just one thing trite. What is it? The whole theory of yours. It all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
But that's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak into the crime scene.
Of course Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? He did.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, I remember. The seal was broken on the letter before, opened once before. Before it got into Pearl's hands. This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Faye authored the plan for her daughter's future, and these instructions were hidden somewhere in the Faye manor for a year. However, by the time Little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the inner temple. And you still insist this crafty killer's me. You bet I do. You just said that the instructions were hidden.
But that's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
He really wanted to know. He had one great chance to find out. Well, yes, and when was that? During a visit.
A visit?
Morgan Faye told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the one time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. He's dropping on a visit at a detention center. Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot. Throwing accusations left and right at my man Godot. I mean, wow. Order. Mr. Godot, you're under fire again. This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you! Oh my, you were the one that you're the one that could have acquired the information before the murder. Drink that cup of Joe, bro. Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. Okay. Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean? I mean, there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case was eavesdropping. A conversation during a jail visit where he'd learned of a hidden plan for a crime. Discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. And he ultimately took the person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness. That's right. If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, well, why would I do this? This girl's nothing but a stranger to me. I have no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I think not. Well, you see, I'm certainly not the type to rescue damsel in distress. Akuma's behavior is certainly extreme, for the lack of a better word. It was revenge. It wasn't protection, it was revenge. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness's life, the behavior is still a little too unnatural. However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs. It could still be protection. I know Godot cares a lot about Mia.
I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
Maya, I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh? Man, oh man. Okay, Trite, I'm all ears. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together inextricably. It's Mamma Mia, baby! I can't believe how much this story ties together. It's insane. It's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. I know he cares a lot. He pretends not to, after all. She is Mia Fey's only sister. Mia Fey. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Wait a second here, Mr. Godot is a defense attorney? With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. Whoa! That was a little slight. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Diego Armando, isn't that right? We got you dead to rights, buddy. The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Diego Armando, that name rings a bell. It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Mia, can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her, but she put all her faith into her clients, that pure sweetheart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Delilah Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. And one fateful day, Delilah wanted to meet with me. It's been 6 months since that trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria. Ah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right in this courthouse, you were poisoned. Even I didn't see it coming. Well, Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspapers at the time called it a murder, but very little information about the case was released to the press. But you weren't dead at all. Not dead yet. No official reports ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma. I see. My body shut down and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poisoned a real number on my central nervous system. Lost my sight. All my hair turned white due to damage it caused.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew, and he's still drinking it every single day. Then one morning, my eyes flew open in the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee. 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years? And the worst possible news is waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. The very moment I opened my eyes, I'd already lost everything I thought I had. Wow, bro. The woman I loved had been murdered. The woman I loathed had been sentenced to death. The woman you loathed? The woman who'd spiked my scalding hot coffee, Delilah Hawthorne. Dang, bro. Huh. Good old Mia. She had let me down. Got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad. That's so sad, bro.
For someone like me, for someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. Those were 2 reasons I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, Trite.
Me? What did I do?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey would have died, much less the way Mia Fey would never have died much the way she did. You're the only one who was there to protect her. You let her die. It was all your fault.
It wasn't like that, bro.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you really were. So that's why you became a prosecutor? My other reasons for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me?
You're the only way I can make up for the sin of not saving Mia.
He blames himself, huh?
1 year ago, when the Korean village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that time was drawing near. As I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan, but if I could do that, I'd keep that girl from being caught up in it.
That makes sense. If Pearl had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out. So does that.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. Contacted both of my accomplices. Iris of Hazcore Temple and Misty Fey. I especially need the help of Iris. It was to take the fall in my backup plan, in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey.
Whoa! Freaking 5-head moves happening with this man, oh my god. Oh my god. But, how come you didn't contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean, officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government.
Now that you mention it, you need to say something to that effect. As a master of the Current had great authority.
Without her official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. And that's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff. Her staff, one with a sword in it. The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple.
A man is confessing, isn't he?
That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother?
Wow, Godai, oh my god. That night, the night of the crime, was just one way to stop Morgan Evil's plan.
You mean Pearls, don't you?
Gotta make sure she didn't channel Delilah Hawthorne.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see. That's why she took Pearl under her wings like that. Tried to keep her distracted.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan, but she never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Fey had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Delilah Hawthorne into her own body.
Whoa, what do you mean? She channeled the spirit first. That means Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
Oh, I'm not bored. It's just a lot of talking right now. As a As Master of Cure and Misty Face's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Delilah Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to. I thought we established that. I knew that. What, is this true? My rule in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Faye. That's why I hid myself in the inner temple, in case you need to be saved from Delilah Hawthorne. The dot... Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to. Trite. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney.
Oh, hey, he admitted it. Thank you.
But you're going to have to do the rest yourself. The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? Come on now, we all know who killed the victim. Only two possible suspects right now. Maya Faye. And I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot. Oh, brother. Well, Trite. If you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. You got it, buddy. Just want to shout the doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick, please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia, and me too.
Maya, I know that.
Nick.
But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Miss Faye, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right, but I'm ready now, Nick.
Alright, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder? Choose Maya for the memes? Perhaps. I don't know, but Godot won't respect me, and I care a lot more about that, honestly. I think he'll respect me if I just come out and say it.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights, 3 of them. I thought I asked for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Delilah collapsed and I lost consciousness.
3 red lights. I thought you said you didn't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then it disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha. Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? Looks like you still can't prove it. Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is up to me. Oh, well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Hey. Let's do it. Just before it happened, I saw some red lights. Badoom! There's only one red light I know. The light shining in the dark. I don't think you could make a mistake about that.
Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. I can't tell for sure if they were from Dot's mask either.
I don't get the feeling she was covering for him anymore, but just after that, you turned toward the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Dot's mask?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about at the time. But I can't remember, after all. There was a person I couldn't identify in front of me.
Maya's life was in danger at that time, no wonder she can't remember the details. Alright then, let's go on with the testimony. What did you do when you saw the red lights? They were splattered with blood, huh? I can't believe it, she wasn't dead. This freaking lady can't die. What does this all mean? What do you mean by just at that moment? In the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then, Delilah Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice.
What? Ay. What is with this case? Can we? Can we get to this? Can we get to some kind of conclusion here? Like, oh, this case has gone on for so long. What time is it? It's what? It's 7:57. Gosh darn it! I've been here for 5 hours on this today. Come on now. So the scream came from the killer. That's gotta be it.
I think Lyle Hoffman must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out sheer pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, this seems to make sense to me.
It was a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder.
There's a contradiction. No one would have known. Wait. Oh, I can't remember what she said. Oh, whatever. Sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let out a scream? I said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Ah, is that right?
She, I love Maya's how is like, oh really? Wow, interesting. She couldn't have struck back with the sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out the scream must have been something other than the staff. Was it that knife? You're so sure about that? Then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trite. There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as the weapon here. Well, Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff. What could have used to strike? What could she have used to strike back at the killer? This knife is the knife here I got. Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck in a pine tree. Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me. Delilah Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. She managed to wound him as well. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood in the dagger could have been from the victim. Have you forgotten that the blood had already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must have been the killer's blood. The killer must have had a wound somewhere on his body. So you're saying the blood on the dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis, the blood will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Guy, it would prove that it's your blood. Nice theory, Trite. Examine the blood! Examine it! Order in the cold. Does the end have it done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test. Ha. Let me ask you something, Trite. Let's just say it turned out I was the killer. You really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? What? Just think for a second. The dagger's found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There's already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yes, what does that prove? Well, you really were the killer. I would have washed the blade off and planted another person's blood on it. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. That blood doesn't belong to me. Dang, brother! I see admitting to tampering with evidence. Come on, man, come on. No chance. What? When he said it wasn't gonna be easy, he was not lying. In any event, it seems to be established the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue your testimony. Hold it.
Hold it, wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know it probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in this explanation.
Maya?
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer.
That's right.
But, Mr. Godot had really been, if Mr. Godot had really been cut with a dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have rip in them, right?
Okay, Maya. My dear, sweet, beautiful Maya. It's called... I know you don't understand with the concept of changing your clothes because you wear the same one every day, but please listen to me. Maybe just change his clothes? Does that solve the contradiction pretty easily?
What are you talking about? That's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone on that dinner temple side got trapped there.
Oh, that's right. And since the bridge was fixed, the police headed for the inner temple. Let's get out of...
Mr. Godot had already been there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes.
He was wearing a disguise, wasn't he? Like he was hiding. Order in the court. What? No, stop. Well, maybe he brought his clothes with him. But no one could have predicted a lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought his clothes? He was just hiding. Did you just make us take smart pills during the last session? Well, then maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way you could get any blood on them. Any blood? It's impossible, Trite. You know how cold it is. It gets up there late at night. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid. Oh, yeah, that's true. Ah, so that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. No, don't say that. I don't like that. Right now, if Mia Fey were here. If Mia Fey were here, she'd have closed the book on this case already. Mia Fey were here. Come on, Trike. You do it or not. Oh wow, he is really just like, can you do it or not, Trike? Can you do it or not? Man, he is on me, haunting me for the rest of my life, bro. Can I do it? Can I do it? You've accused Mr. God as being the killer. Can you prove it? Have you got one piece of evidence? I'd love to save so I can show you, but the question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. And that's what Mia would do. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I miss you, Mama Mia. Every day. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it. Ha! That's good. A fighter to the bitter end, that's right. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point. Now we go for the ultimate penalty. The unlimited penalty? Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got one piece of evidence the one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break, you've got nothing, Trite. So what do I do at a time like this? Well, it's simple. I think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. If you say so. Oh, alright then, Mr. Right, let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've just demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. Claire was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided it's impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should be a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you say?
Hidden?
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I need to think about why there's no bloodstain on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound. And the line, the final stop, try. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hit his wound? It's in here somewhere? Man, everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet. This is it. This is the last thing. The location where the killer hit the wound, everybody. Here we go. I'm gonna do it. What did Trite say? Something. There's only one piece of evidence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, what do you want me to do? A location where the killer hit his wound? What do you want me to say? I don't know. Does this look like a place the killer hit his wound? Okay, so we have to work out where he was wounded, right? That's the first thing, right? I'm assuming it is his eyes, because he can wear his mask at any time. So if he was stabbed in the face and he's hiding it, how would he do that? How would he hide a stab wound? If we're assuming that he was stabbed in the face. Okay. There's blood and suspect's fingerprints. Did he hide his wound in his heart? Is what is truly wounded his heart? Oh, I see now. No, but seriously, I don't know where he would hide like a scathing stab. It was found in a pine tree. I don't understand. Oh, wait. If I need to present a picture? I guess I can send his picture. Ha. I don't know what you're talking about. Frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? Well, what was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You're living on. Through him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Oh my god, was she taller than him? I don't know if that's just the effect. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Oh, Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? You have a dagger wound under there somewhere. And I'd say this whole case is solved. First try, let's go! Freaking Pog! Oh my god. I thought that through miraculously. Let's see, let's under that beautiful mask. Let's see a beautiful face, sir. No, let me see your face. You don't want to take it off? Just now, I saw a spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago. You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, let me die. You didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could ever find in my heart to forgive was me. Oh, I could never find in my heart to forgive was me. Okay. You, yourself? That was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia after Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. Couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
But who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. Try to get the help of Iris and your mother. I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. You know why? The real reason?
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even now, I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night in the darkness of the garden when I saw her silhouette. Part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Delilah Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. I was really motivated by the pure desire to protect. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? A demon? Was my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could have been simply a desire for revenge. And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. A stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You're the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off. The true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. Mr. Godot. I think you already know You already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
But Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Thanks. Your wound is bleeding. Huh. You forget already. In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma, I've been waiting for this very moment.
Oh, Mr. Armando.
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Dang, bro. Dang, bro. That's rough. This time, it's really all over, isn't it? Defendant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I was willing to cooperate anyway.
Very well. Before I hand out my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright.
Yes?
I want to apologize to you.
Apologize to me? For what? Besides everything.
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
Why are you apologizing for that? I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly know each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
And my sister, you only met twice.
Huh? We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. Next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way, it can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were...
For those 8 months, that woman you thought was Lila Hawthorne. It wasn't actually my sister.
It wasn't Delilah.
I hope one day you can forgive me. Beanie.
Oh my god, I can't believe this! They switched at that point as well? Why can't anything be simple? Everything has to be topsy-turvy complicated. This was a sweet young girl you knew. You mean?
That's right.
That's why she was always blushing like that.
I lied to you for 8 months.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister is trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more stains on her soul. So I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me? Came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place?
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I feel it's something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. And consoled me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime and she would confer with you.
I think She must have noticed.
Notice what?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her, even if it meant her life or mine.
Iris?
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings toward you, they changed.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, imagine the courtroom? I have something to say to you too.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Delilah Hartham was found guilty, I still believed in you. What I would have said is, I found a Mamma Mia. That's what happened. Sorry.
Thank you.
I moved on. I moved on to some bigger and better things, if you know what I'm saying. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. You think so? Phoenix, right? Oh, Hookie's holding one too! Haha! Yeah, I think you're right. Dad, we're gonna drink coffee together. The purpose of the trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Oxford. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby define the defendant. Yay! Court is now adjourned. Not guilty. Where's my confetti, Judge? Come on. Where's my confetti? This is great. I've been here for thousands of years, and you don't give me confetti? What's that about, huh? What's this? Where's my confetti? So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by his own hand. Of course justice was served. Mamma Mia! I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Armadillo. I'm Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Oh, Mamma Mia, thank you so much. I like that. That's so nice. Mia, you've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia, I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix. And a lot of cases and seen lots of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Mia! Nick? I mean Maya. Maya! I guess it's just like my sis said. Mia, what did she say? That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. But, come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick. I wish we could go out and get some burgies together, but two-thirds of this party is dead. Oh, wait a second. No, Iris is not dead. Mixed her up with her twin. How? How can you be so bright and chipper after all that happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Youch. Francesca? Still Sophie as always, Phoenix, right? Excellent work, right? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francesca have been actually helping me. Helping you? Yeah, this was a very long trial. Everybody was on this one. If those two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial. The fence wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick? I already fell into a river and got a nasty cold, was forced into sleep all day.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris' hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francesca?
I don't suppose...
There's room in this group hug for me, is there? Oh, Maurice!
What's with the longer face than usual?
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never any use to anyone, not even once. That's not true, right, Nick? What? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Huh?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No, oh yeah, those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What, me?
Why are you making that face, Edgy?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
Well, you really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too? Ah!
My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon.
Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that is worth something. So, then you'll do it, like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book, Frenzy's Whippity Whip. Ah!
Don't be kidding, Ray.
Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. But painting a Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh?
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls, where could she have gone?
Only should have been in, have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. La la la, carefree.
Hey, Pearly. Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you're wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francesca. That's right, she lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now's exactly the time when she needs to be strong as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya? That's what I think I'm starting to understand, too. Ow! Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya Fey being strong for?
It's freaking me. Oh, I don't see me. I don't see my picture here. Is it Godot?
Is it- oh, is it Pearl?
Yeah, it's Pearl, isn't it? She doesn't want to cry in front of Pearl, right?
Pearl Fey.
The poor kid, after all. The reason she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. For the good of the Fey clan, I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya, and that's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. It's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake, until she can see her smile again. Oh, brother.
Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Well, looks like we got quite the bunch of it. Ah! Well, what was that for, sir? Oh, sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seemed to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight. Dinner's on me. My salary just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny bit, but it's alright. I'm in a visit for a first-class French restaurant tonight. Ah, pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Detective Gumshoe? The first-class French restaurant, you don't mean... Très bien, where else? I knew it. We're doomed. Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you crybaby, you're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya's taken an awful long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, Maya, what's wrong? Nick, go home. What do I do? Pearly. I can't find her anywhere. Huh? I bet she just went back home. That's all. I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she's been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has been following you, Maya. But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, what is it, pal? Did you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls. Nick? Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late. We'll definitely be there. Yeah, I have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you... Very well, Phoenix, right? We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right? Especially not me, please. We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearl have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. Wait, here? I think in the office. Hazakura Temple? For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon? Sister Bikini? I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So, she's here? Pearly is here? In the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and see her? Oh, okay. I'm starving. I think I'm going to pass out if this game doesn't freaking end soon. Pearly's not here. Ah, Maya, the hanging scroll. Oh, she fixed it. Oh, she cleaned it. Who cleaned it off? It's gotta be pearls. Wah! Mystic Maya! Pearly! Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again because it's all my fault, Mystic Maya's mother. Oh, that's why you came here? It's the least I could do to play for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. Help people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Well, Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Sister Bikini, your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Kieran, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die. The spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? to never take the charm off until the day you die?
That's the Master Talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. But that's... How did you know, Phoenix?
A photo? Mother.
What did you leave her? Only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives, but that makes us human. What makes us human is that we fight for others. But how do you fight? Well, who do you fight for? How long must you fight? How hard must you fight? What's the measure of... That's the true measure of what a human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Aww, it's me and Mama. No, this is so cute. No, this is so cute. Oh my god, no. She was the first one to drop that. That's why it was all messed up in the first place. Even when the battle's over, the bonds that connect us are severed, and the bonds that connect us are severed. We always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya Pearls, and Mr. Armando. And Maya's mother, too. I learned that from all of them. I'm saving this picture forever. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember, a day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. We should celebrate what we overcame today. But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay. Well, bye. Bye. Alright, I'm gonna make a brand new start too. Since the bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise.
I know, I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure you prepare reservations for 3 when you come back.
Whoa, hee hee hee. Alright, we're gonna have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is the battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I will eat lots and lots of food tonight.
You know, there's one thing I don't get and probably don't want to, but...
What isn't it?
Reservation for training is fine and all. A white for 3.
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Mr. Bikini will take special care of you.
It'll be great, Nick.
We're gonna do the special course naturally.
What? That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coils, why?
Have a nice big meal right before we come next time, right, Nick?
What?
You know, I was wondering if I can say just one more thing.
Sure, of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too. Well then, here goes nothing. Yeah, objection. Ooh-wee, mama, that's good. That's a good game right there. I can't speak another word of this game. I'm so tired. The credits are rolling and I'm so tired, but this was such a good game. The third game, so good. Why does everyone think... Everyone thinks that we're in love except for me and Maya. And surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation. They're so sweet. Huh? Oh, I got his coat back. He said he feels 10 years younger. You just don't feel the same. I guess a dirty, shabby overcoat is just more detective-like, sir. Don't worry about it. In the game of love, a man will soil himself silly. Ew. I guess they're working on their relationship, which is cool, I guess. So right, I'm once again in your debt. You see the treasures appear exhibit was a great success. To see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned. Well, is she gonna whip me? Oh, what was her name? Adrian? Miss Adrian? Oh my god. Now that Desi and I started a company called Mass to Mass Council Consulting, where the dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city. Our motto is cut it out, please. You're pretty cute, huh? We'll also sell plans to criminals as business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals. They're gonna sell plans to criminals as well? What? I wanted to say the game we're playing next. I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don T. Exterminating, that's a lot to say. Went to $500,000 in a tea set, a special thick tea once I mixed with my own hands. I bet he's drinking it right now. Win through compromise. Oh, she gave me how much money? I'm touched. I do enjoy money. So I'm just old now, the way a wrinkly, grumpy clown nose waste of flesh. Well, yeah. This is what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Look about embarrassing. She's 9 years old and I cry like a baby with a dirty diaper. What? That dirty diaper? Oh, that yeah, I'm playing a Story of Seasons. I'm trying to say it. Friends in Middletown. I replace this game. As usually have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Egg. I feel like everyone will get along. His name is Adam Mata. Adam Mata? As soon as I heard his name, I knew his brain circuits would align perfectly. I don't know who that is. I wonder if they thought I don't know if I should know. My. More reporters. Since the murder, we have made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazine's like us because we provide such a nice... Oh, I didn't read that. Probably wait for Iris to come back. Is she gonna be back from jail one day? I suppose. Special thanks. Thank you, Kumiko. You turned to such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come visit me here the other day. Of course I was happy that you consistently had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed. Are you trying to get back with Iris, Phoenix? No, I mean... Aw, this is so cute. This is such a cute outro. Mia! Mama Mia! So cute, so precious. I love her. Oh, do it! Oh, do it to him, Mia! Hell yeah! Good dog. Look at him, he's drinking all his coffee. He's throwing it. Ah, Francisco. All the greats coming out for the credits. This is so nice. Oh. I don't know who that guy is. I've never seen him in my life. Oh boy. What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one's here to greet me? I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got a what? Alone in the security room. It's... what? What? I don't know what she's talking about. Macadamia nuts I brought back? What? How'd you... I think he's called Pain or something. I never heard of him. I don't think I've ever seen him in this game. Weird that they put him in here. I don't recall him at all. Oh, it's Loris. I found something I love to do. Fancy whippity whip trip is gonna turn your art world around. You know, I don't mind him being an artist. He can find himself in that. You can be a weirdo or whatever. Nakama. We're all freaks and weirdos in the art world. Oh, what a beautiful sketch! Wow, this is so nice. What the hell? Who did this? Who did this? Artist credits. Oh! Whoa! Shoot. Wait, that's a weird timing for the thing to go out, seeing as they're all dead or whatever. Or they had all died at one point. Yay! That was amazing! That was such a good ending! I love that. I love that a lot. Oh, let's look at the picture. Hold on. This picture is so cute. I'm so glad we saw this one. Dragging all artists down with their last words. He says in game. So expected of Larry. Wow, that was the third game was really good. I love learning about all the past. I love connecting every game we've done. It felt like all our whole journey was worth something. You know what I mean? Like, and this picture alone is just thank you. Thank you, video game lords. Thank you so much for this. This is so cute. It even explains why this vase was broken in the first place, that they had broken it years ago, and then Pearls later had broken it again. They're such a crazy family. It's so cute. Okay. We did it though. We ended the stream. It took, what time is it now? And like 6 hours. It took 6 hours to finish the last part of the game. And before that, it was many hours before. So wow. This is a days long. This is a trial you have to chunk through. Fun. I loved it. Everything connected. The third game is probably my favorite in the whole series. Out of the 3 games I played, the third game, a banger. Yeah, that case was a super huge, massive. I loved the dots. I loved how complicated it was. I'm not gonna lie. It was all crazy, but it all connected so neatly that it was just like, wow, what kind of big brain like thought of all this? And they thought about it from the beginning as well. It wasn't just like randomly strewn together. As soon as Delilah entered the floor, this whole entire story weaved. That was so good. That's very satisfying, especially since I did not use any guides at the end here. I didn't use any guides of this for this whole entire trial. I'm kind of an epic gamer, one would say. Some people would say that. I don't know who. Maybe anybody who's seen this playthrough, perhaps. Anyway, next is tomorrow's the art stream, but next week we're going to start Story of Seasons Friends of Midrow Town. It's a farming sim. It's it has a complicated story. I'll talk about it more when we actually play. I kneel. Yes, correct. That is correct. Thank you. Kneel to the God Gamer. Let's see. Story of Seasons, right? It's a farming. It's one of those. If you've ever heard of Harvest Moon, you know what this game is, but it's like a whole debacle about the naming conventions of this game. I'll tell you about it when we get there. But I have not finished it. I'm like I'm in the middle of it. I stopped for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't remember at all. And then we're still gonna do Dragon Quest. Salvando is the main character. I just want to play video games. I'm now taking like a 3-day break these days. I'm not streaming on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday now, so I've just got so much time to do stuff and think and and all that time I just want to play more video games. Unfortunate for me, but it's good. It's a good time. It's good. I need the time to do things. This is the problem when the stream goes too long. I never know how to end it. Usually I'd be like, oh well, Next time we'll finish this thing, but there's nothing to finish. It's done. Playing video games preposterous. Yeah. We are super duper close to 50 followers. I still want. I was hoping to get there by the end of the month, or well, the end of the month is kind of over now, right? So August 1st. Womp womp. Maybe I should have like advertised or promoted myself, but I hate doing that. It's so tedious and bothersome. You know, I hate talking about myself. Whatever. Oh, my Animal Crossing picture. That's not what I want to see right now. I almost forgot about Animal Crossing. My awesome, really good pictures. I'm being distracted. I have to end the stream. This is the end. Officially. Thank you all for acknowledging. Everyone here is acknowledging that I'm a god gamer. Whether or not you're speaking right now, I know you're acknowledging it in your brain. There's always the end of the next month. Yeah, you're right. The end of August. Surely I will get there. Hopefully. That'd be very cool. Summer ends at like September, right? So at least before the end of summer I want to get there. Big goals. I'm going to try, I guess, to promote myself, I guess. It's I wish someone else could do it for me. I don't want to. But I'm the only one who can do it, really. Okay, well, I keep saying I'm going to end the stream, but I'm still here, aren't I? I'll be here tomorrow. What am I talking about? I'll be here tomorrow. I'll say more stuff. Bye. This is the end. Bye.